I made these small breakfast bowls and they've turned out to be the most useful of bowls. Now they need a matching serving bowl, so I'm scaling up. Not quite as easy as it sounds. There's one crucial point that makes all the difference. I'm using 2 kilos of clay. I'm using my favourite yellow speckle mid-fire clay. And I start by centering the clay. While I'm centering, be sure to subscribe and like and comment below. Once I've finished centering, I'll flatten the clay to a diameter of about 18 centimeters. I push down into the clay, leaving about 20 millimeters in the base. And I open out into a curve for the base of the bowl. Now I can start to form the walls. Now, scaling this bowl is quite tricky. The bottom part of the bowl comes out almost horizontally. And that's a tricky shape to support, especially as these bowls get larger. So I'm going to have to leave a little extra clay in the base to support that angle. As I form the walls, I'm keeping them quite upright and bringing them up a little further than the height of the final bowl. That's because as I stretch the walls out, the height is going to drop. I've formed the basic inside curve and I'm going to add a swirl. I like to do this now before stretching the walls out. And now I'm stretching those walls out a little. And I'm starting to form that straight side. Now I'm going to straighten the sides with a rib. Now at this point, the change of direction is the weakest point on the bowl. And if I work this too much, there's a chance it will collapse. And this is the crucial part in scaling this bowl. So as soon as I've got that straight side, I wire through. And I set aside to dry to leather hard. Once my bowl's leather hard, I upend and center. It's sometimes useful to make sure that you really are centered using a pin tool. Once I've centered my bowl, I fasten with lugs of clay. I start by trimming the outside of the foot ring. And I start to integrate that foot ring with the bottom part of the bowl. I repeat this until I'm happy with the form of the outer foot ring and the bottom part of the bowl. Now I trim away clay on the inside of the foot ring. I start by defining that inner edge. And then, starting in the middle of the base, I trim ridges. I trim concentric circles all the way out to the inner edge of the foot ring. And then I trim across the top of those ridges. I repeat this process until I'm happy with the inner foot ring. Then I smooth the clay with a sponge. I like to make sure that the base and rims are smooth at this stage rather than trying to mess around later with sanding. And I smooth with a rib. And then I dry fully. I make a couple of these with slightly different dimensions. And then I bisque fire. I glaze by pouring glaze into the bowl and then slowly pouring out. I'm using a glossy white glaze. This is a really functional mid-fire glaze. It's easy to clean and it wears well. And then I clean away any drips. And now I glaze the outside. On the outside, I'm using a glaze called Outback. It works really well with my clay, giving some great earthy tones. And then we're ready to glaze fire. And finally, my set is complete. These are perfect for salad. They also work as fruit bowls. If you'd like a PDF with some starting dimensions, follow the link in the description below. Leave your details and we'll email you the PDF. If you haven't already done so, check out my small breakfast bowl video. And as always, happy potting.